WrestleMania, YestleMania, KofiMania, UceyMania?
I know you ain't just here lurking. Subscribe to Pro Wrestling Bits.
It's another day in the wrestling world, and Ucey is trending again. That's right, Sami Zayn's addition to the Bloodline has led to a rise in all boats. So much so, poor Kevin Owens fell off that boat and is now drowning in what was supposed to be his storyline. Let me be clear, everybody in the Bloodline is playing their part to perfection. There are no weak links in this stable. Roman Reigns is a dominant world champion and WWE's tribal chief. The Usos are the history-making tag team champions, and Jay hates Sami. Paul Heyman is a slimy and silver-tongued mouthpiece. Solo Sikoa is a stone-faced enforcer. They're all pulling their weight. But having said all that, if the Bloodline was the Winslow family, Sami Zayn would be Steve Urkel. And I mean that in the best way. Quick Black history lesson before February. Family Matters was supposed to be a show about a working-class family in Chicago. But on the 4th episode of the first season, Rachel's First Date, Steve Urkel made what was supposed to be a one-off as a comically clumsy nerd. But he got over so big, they wrote him into the show, and Steve Urkel saved Family Matters from cancellation by becoming its biggest star. And Joe Marie Payton was pissed. Fast forward to WWE in 2022, and Sami Zayn has become Steve Ucey. Now, nobody's trying to cancel the Bloodline. Well, they might be trying to cancel Jimmy Uso, but that's an entirely different thing. Having said that, the Bloodline was doing just fine, but Sami Zayn has taken them to a different level. Roman Reigns' dominance has been great for making a new generational star, but not so great for exciting world title matches. Suspense is a key ingredient to a great world title match. The more there's an uncertainty that the champion will retain, the more heat the match will have. Now ask yourself, how many times in the last 800 days Reigns has been champion have you legitimately thought he was gonna lose that title in a match? For me, it was exactly once, when Reigns beat Drew McIntyre at Clash at the Castle in the United Kingdom, which was cap. Reigns has another predictable match at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia, where he's almost guaranteed to retain, this time against Logan Paul. So this title reign always needed something to make it interesting, or every build would be unsuspenseful and boring. Enter Sami Zayn, who's gotten so Ucey, it's become its own meme, and it's on its way to becoming the new what chant. By the way, how did nobody think of Lil Ucey? Can we please give Sami Zayn an Ucey fade? Fantastic. Wipe me down. Roman Reigns returned to Raw on Monday, and while he did get a big pop, fans were also chanting Ucey, which is a polite way of saying, we want Sami. With one word and multiple classic segments, Sami Zayn and his Ucey-ness are starting to outshine the whole Bloodline. They've seen a dominant world champion for close to 1,000 days now. They want something different, and Sami Zayn isn't only different, he's the complete opposite of Roman Reigns. At some point, WWE might have to lean into all this by making it into a storyline where Reigns gets jealous of Sami Zayn's huge reactions. But if they do put Reigns in the Joe Marie Payton role, they're gonna have to tread lightly, because there's a good chance WWE could also run into the Daniel Bryan Problem, where Sami Zayn gets so over as an underdog, fans want him to headline WrestleMania. And they completely reject the idea of Roman Reigns beating Zayn in a world title match, let alone a Roman Reigns WrestleMania main event against The Rock or Cody Rhodes that has been carefully planned for months now. Just like Batista and Orton was supposed to happen at WrestleMania 30. WWE just might become the worldwide leader in Ucey-ness, whether they want it or not. This is par for the course in modern day wrestling, where fans feel empowered to help WWE book its main events. The Yes movement was the template. Then it happened again with KofiMania at WrestleMania 35. Becky 2 belts later that night, and now it's happening with UceyMania. Triple H is leading a kinder, friendlier WWE that caters more to the whims of its fan base. But that don't mean Triple H wants Sami Zayn headlining WrestleMania. If Sami keeps getting over the way that he is, WWE might not have a choice in this era. Forget about the what chant. Ucey might be the next yes chant. Between being crowned the Honorary Uce in a heartwarming segment and making the entire Bloodline burst into laughter like a Debbie Downer sketch on SNL, Sami Zayn is on fire in a transcendent way. His segments and memes in his honor are slowly beginning to take over the internet. I wouldn't be surprised if Honorary Uce t-shirts start to outsell Bloodline t-shirts, because by buying the shirt, fans can continue to live vicariously through Sami Zayn. And that's what makes this character work so well. Sami Zayn is an incredible performer, but in the Bloodline, he also represents us, like me and you. Most people don't get to be part of the Anoa'i family, a proud wrestling dynasty where your last name will basically get you a job interview with WWE at the very least. It's a highly exclusive group that Sami Zayn has managed to infiltrate through sheer charm, and now we get to live through him as an offbeat outsider. You can't help but root for him, and WWE needs to be very careful when it's time to inevitably kick Sami Zayn out of the group. Because as much as a Bloodline is a popular stable, Sami Zayn is easily its most lovable member, and as his popularity grows, he could be the latest WrestleMania disruptor. Will UceyMania grow out of control? Is Sami Zayn a future world champion? Can Zayn beat Reigns? Tell me in the comments!